Hello everyone and welcome to our final day of Mega Swampert week. Now, we've been doing pretty well with this team as of late. We started out a bit rocky, but we are doing pretty well right now. As you can see, 10 wins and 4 losses for the week, counting the Spanish games. And we are down to our last 2 games for now. Now, there's 2 extra games there because of one disconnect, I believe, and the other a battle where my opponent forfeited after the first turn, I believe. So that's why you see a couple extra battles. And wow, we're up against a very weird team, and it has Nidoqueen. So I'm already a fan of Axel because Nidoqueen is my favorite Pokemon. Okay, so Milotic, Breloom. So 2 Pokemon that are very troublesome to Swampert. Nidoqueen, Sableye, which could potentially be Mega Sableye, Lucario, another potential Mega, and Volcarona. Now, the first thing I noticed is he has no Earthquake immunities. So it's unfortunate that Thundurus doesn't have Taunt, because I'd really like to prevent getting either burnt by Sableye or slept by Breloom here. Who does my opponent lead though? 3 of my Pokemon don't enjoy getting burnt, but the only Pokemon I really fear, the only Pokemon Volcarona really fears is Milotic, I guess. So I could lead Volcarona Virizion, as I even have the Taunt for both Pokemon. I could actually lead Virizion Swampert though, and Taunt both threats, but without the rain, Swampert against Breloom is still very rough. And I'm gonna have those 2 in the back. Yep, I think that's what I'm gonna do here. Not a very standard lead one. I don't think we've used a lead such as this one against anyone, but Volcarona also does pretty well here, except against Milotic, and Virizion covers Milotic pretty well. So there's Milotic and Sableye. So 2 very problematic Pokemon, and my standard Thunder Swampert lead would have definitely struggled against that. But at most, Sableye can Snarl, I guess, but it will give Virizion a boost. Although it can burn Virizion though. So perhaps... Gonna switch Virizion out for Thundurus. And I'm gonna set up a Quiver Dance here, because at +1 special defense, that Milotic I don't think will be doing too much damage to Volcarona. There's a Fake Out on Thundurus, so that's pretty great. He might have doubled up on that slot. There's a Quiver Dance. Now we'll see if Milotic uses Icy Wind or Ice Beam. I would expect Icy Wind. Okay, no, he goes right away for the Scald. And that's a 3 KO, but fortunately we have no issue to get burnt here. So I wonder if Milotic protects here. I wish I had Giga Drain right now. That'd be amazing. But I also do want to get rid of Sableye, which has Fake Out. So I would guess Fake Out, Will-O-Wisp, Snarl, and perhaps Swagger, which is unfortunate. Now... gonna go for a Thunderbolt on Milotic, and I'm gonna go for a Flamethrower on the Sableye, because I doubt it'll have Protect. There's the Will-O-Wisp. So I was right about that. Even more reason to get rid of it. Okay, that's a 2-hit KO, which is great. And Milotic here doesn't have a Maranga berry, fortunately. Uses Icy Wind, which will reduce both of my Pokemon speed, but and gets a critical hit. But as we saw, Volcarona will be faster than both of my opponent's Pokemon anyways. So, next turn, that Sableye is very bulky though. Very, very bulky. Gonna Thunderbolt the Sableye slots, and I'm gonna Bug Buzz the Milotic, because that unboosted Thunderbolt did quite a lot of damage. And actually I'm gonna just check real quickly. Thundurus has 145 special attack, and Volcarona has 155 and is at +1. So, even more reason to Bug Buzz the Milotic slots. I think that will take the KO. Wow, Sableye uses Squash, so I am at risk of getting KO'd by the Scald here. Will that be enough? Ah, okay, great. Volcarona hangs on. So he has Squash. That's good to know. Sableye goes down, which is great, thanks to that Thunderbolt. No more Quash and Will-O-Wisp threats, and does the Bug Buzz? It doesn't take out the Milotic, unfortunately. It didn't take out the Milotic, but since there's no more Quash, we are at neutral speed with Volcarona. So if he sends out something like Breloom or Nidoqueen, I would expect to be faster still. Really don't want that Milotic to recover off though. There's Nidoqueen, so I wonder how fast that Nidoqueen is. Let me just check my Volcarona speed. 144, so I'll definitely be faster than both. The question is, does Milotic protect or not? And what does Nidoqueen do here? Let's see, do I need the rain? My opponent could potentially have Breloom, which I'd like to be faster than, potentially Lucario, which I'd like to be faster than, and Volcarona, which I'd like to be faster than as well. So, an Ice Beam. I'm going to guess Nidoqueen is going to go for an Ice Beam here on Thundurus, and that will be enough. So I'm gonna set up the rain, and I'm going to Bug Buzz Milotic, just to prevent it from using Recover. Okay, no Protect, which is great. And even if it had protected, by setting up the rain, we can bring Swampert in and Earthquake away, which meant that both of my opponent's Pokemon would be going down. Whereas if I had doubled up on Nidoqueen or something like that, Milotic would have been free to recover off the damage. Now my opponent doesn't go for the Ice Beam, goes for the Sludge Bomb, but that is enough to get the KO. Now, we're in a pretty good position here actually, because I can just double protect here. There's Breloom, and as long as I double protect here, I'm pretty fine, because Swampert will be faster than both, and Volcarona will still be faster than Breloom. So the only way Breloom can get an attack off on Volcarona is through Mach Punch, and if he uses that, his Focus Sash will be nullified, and if it doesn't, that Breloom will receive a Bug Buzz and an Earthquake from Swampert. Although Swampert, never mind, because I can't use Earthquake without KOing both of my Pokemon. There's the Mach Punch, and there's an Earth Power. So actually, if Breloom, wow, I think I have to double up on Breloom here. What's my last Pokemon? Virizion. Now Virizion can deal with Breloom. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is, oh wow, I'm in a very difficult position. Which Pokemon protects from my opponent? Does he protect both? Gonna Waterfall Nidoqueen, and I'm gonna Bug Buzz the Breloom. Breloom goes for Protect, so that's perfect. If he went for a double Protect, that's perfectly fine with me. There's the Waterfall, which will take out Nidoqueen. And I didn't double up on Breloom because I was not afraid of it. Since I have Virizion in the back, Nidoqueen was the real threat here. And now that Breloom is the only Pokemon on the field, I can Bug Buzz an Ice Punch, and that will be the game. My opponent doesn't even Mach Punch to get another KO on Volcarona. There's the Ice Punch, and it's not even Focus Sash. Okay. That's something I did not know, but I would say 99% of the Brelooms out there are Focus Sash, so that was pretty interesting from my opponent's part. And, yep. Pretty good match here. Pretty solid win. And now we're up to our last English battle, because after this I'll still be playing a couple of battles and recording them in Spanish. We're almost at 1600 rating. Pretty nice, pretty decent way to end our first week on the 3DS. Hopefully we can win this match to put us above 1600 against another Japanese player. And now this team is very scary. We have Kang, we have Lando, we have Heatran, we have Zapdos, we have a Sumaril, and we have a Mungus. So I believe, no, it was with another team where we lost to a Kangaskhan Azumarill lead. Now this time around, Amoonguss is once again the scary Pokemon on my opponent's part. Very, very scary. But he doesn't know I'm not running Taunt. So the Thunder Swampert lead looks pretty solid here. Virizion actually looks pretty solid as well, because it deals well with Kangaskhan, Heatran, and Azumarill. As long as I don't let it get the belly drum off, and its attacks can't be redirected by Amoonguss, and it can't be put to sleep, but it can't really touch Landorus or Zapdos. I think I still want to use Virizion though. And Volcarona is very tempting, but I don't think it has a place here. I think Virizion, Landorus are the two chosen Pokemon. I won't have a great way to deal with Amoonguss, but I guess that's the story of this team, right? I do have the Ice Punch, I do have the Hidden Power Flying, so it's not a completely lost cause, you know? And I think bringing the Intimidate is important for that Kangaskhan. Now let's see what my opponent leads here. Landorus and Kang. So very, very interesting lead here. Okay, the Protect is kind of obvious. So I'm gonna bring Landorus in to prevent some damage, and gonna Ice Punch the Landorus right away. Getting that Intimidate on both physical attackers will be pretty good. And hopefully, since we're still in the 1500s, my opponent won't go after Swampert. I got Kangaskhan, of course, evolves first. At -1 it's definitely a lot less scary than before. And let's see here. Most Kangaskhan's are running Fake Out once again, especially since Worlds. I believe the Worlds winner used Fake Out. But nope, he goes for the Rock Slide right away. Misses Swampert, which is great. And what does Kangaskhan do here? It went for a return on Swampert, which, thanks to that Intimidate, doesn't even do 50%. Double Edge would have done a lot more damage, and the Ice Punch just takes down Landorus right away. So we traded a bit of damage and health on Swampert for that Landorus, which honestly I'm pretty okay with. pretty okay with now. There's a problem though. The really big problem. Since Kangaskhan used return, if it is Power Up Punch, we are in trouble here. But thankfully you have Virizion. So I'm gonna switch out Landorus for Virizion, because I would expect him to Power Up Punch perhaps that slot. Or use Spore, and I'm gonna protect Swampert here. Because an Ice Punch will still do a lot of damage to that Amoonguss. There's Virizion, I'm very glad I brought it. Kangaskhan protects, so hopefully Amoonguss used Spore on the Virizion slot, or even if it went for a Giga Drain, yeah, he went for a Spore, which is great. Now, I'm not gonna think about it, I'm just gonna... Wow, I could actually taunt that Amoonguss, because Kangaskhan is very threatened here. I'm actually gonna taunt the Amoonguss, and I'm going to bring in Landorus back in. That way Kangaskhan will be at -2. He didn't switch out Kang. That's pretty interesting. I wish I had gone for the close combat. This would be a pretty done deal actually. But let's see. Yeah, Amoonguss goes for a Rage Powder, so perhaps he doesn't know that it doesn't work on grass type Pokemon, and perhaps I just misplayed because of that. There's a return on Landorus. That's fine. It's at -2. Amoonguss is taunted, and knowing that, I'm now going to close combat the Kangaskhan, and I'm going to knock off the Amoonguss slot, because Heatran could come in. Okay, no, Amoonguss is staying in. It's gonna stay taunted. Yikes, I really wish I had used close combat last turn. This battle would have been sealed because Azumarill is my opponent's last Pokemon. There's a knockoff, but since, and a critical hit, which is nice. There's a Rocky Helmet. Damage, Giga Drain damage on Landorus, and I'm actually gonna Leaf Blade. That Amoonguss is not very threatening. I want to conserve the Intimidate for Kangaskhan, and Amoonguss isn't doing really anything besides Giga Drain, so pretty straightforward here. I honestly think my opponent doesn't know Rage Powder redirects. Oh no, he does. So there's the Aqua Jet. Nothing too important. The Leaf Blade should be enough. Yep, it is enough. Oh, and Amoonguss is taunted anyway, so we really don't have anything to worry about. Clear Smog. Wow. I'd never seen that attack. It did a lot of damage, and it removed my something. Okay, so I'm gonna protect Virizion because of a possible fake out, although we did see protect. And I'm gonna bring Landorus in, hoping my opponent tries to attack that slot, and he fails, or he knocks out Landorus. That Amoonguss though. Hopefully Kangaskhan protected here. Yeah, there's a protect. That's what I was going for as well, to prevent Amoonguss from KOing Virizion, and to get rid of that protect from Kangaskhan. So I'm guessing we're going to see a Rage Powder, and my opponent will be very surprised that it won't work. And I'm gonna Rock Slide just in case. It goes for a fake out. Wow. Okay, so I guess I overestimated my opponent. At least he didn't Rage Powder though. Whatever he's doing, it's now 4 against 1. We have a possibility of a flinch. So even though we don't have a good way to deal a lot of damage to Amoonguss, he won't have a good way to recover things for it. To recover HP, not things, sorry. And Hidden Power Flying plus Earthquake should be enough to take it out. That's the first time I think we're using Hidden Power Flying, right? So, yeah, there's the forfeit. And yeah, another win. I'm very glad about that. Let's just find our last battle then of the week. Yes, the battle bugs. Disregard please the party bugs. And wait, did I already play 2 battles in this episode? Yeah, I have actually. So fine, I'll do a 3rd one, just because it's the first week. Wow, I didn't realize this was already the 3rd battle. I'm having so much fun here, and wow, look at this team. Okay, so Swampert with the possibility of Mega Swampert, Sceptile, Terrakion, Whimsicott, which is a possibility of to combine with Terrakion for beat up, Tartaruga, or what's that guy's name? Well, the blue turtle, and Carbink. I'm surprised I know Carbink and not the other Pokemon, but the turtle is probably Shell Smash. There's the obvious Terracut beat up combo, 2 possible Mega Evolutions, and gonna lead Aegislash because I'm actually very scared of the Terracut combo. And what else? Swampert or Thundurus to set up the rain? I think Thundurus, because the rain will be pretty important here. Definitely want Swampert in the back. With the rain I'm not that scared of Mega Sceptile. But what else could be good for Mega Sceptile? I think Landorus. Though Swampert scares off my Landorus too. Virizion is very tempting here, and I think that's the Pokemon I'm gonna choose. Yeah. Wow, so not the most competitive game, I guess, but some very interesting combinations from my opponent for sure. If Aegislash had White Guard, I wouldn't be worried at all about the Terracut combo, but Aegislash is the best answer to that because it resists the Rock Slide and is immune to the close combat. Usually those also carry Earthquake though. So Carbink and Caracosta. Okay. Caracosta will have the Sturdy ability. So I might want to Thunder Wave it right away. I have no idea what Carbink is going to do. I really have no idea. I wish I had Taunt right now. I'm wondering if I'm gonna Thunder Wave Caracosta here. I expect a Shell Smash and some sort of Psych Up perhaps from Carbink. Not entirely sure. And at least I have Flash Cannon to hit Carbink for super effective damage. There's the... Wow, Aegislash is faster than Caracosta, that's interesting. There's the Shell Smash, but now that it's paralyzed, it's not really a big threat. And I wonder what Carbink will do here. The attack rises, the special attack rises, speed rises. The White Herb returns all the stats, and wow, Trick Room. So that's why it was so slow. Yikes. So Caracosta is a real threat now. A very, very real threat. I'm going to have to rely on 2-hit KOs. Okay, Casey did switch out. Flash Cannon is neutral against Caracosta, and should I Rain Dance? Probably not. Gonna Thunderbolt Caracosta just in the off chance that it gets fully paralyzed or that the Rock Slide doesn't KO Thunderous, but I fully expect it will. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. If I had just gone on the offensive against Caracosta. There's a Moonblast. I don't think that will be enough to get rid of my... Oh, it is enough. Wow. So I'm in serious trouble, guys. I guess I underestimated my opponent. Should have just Thunderbolted Caracosta. There's a critical hit, but with 30, that's more than enough to survive the hit. Now, gonna bring Swampert in because both resist Rock Slide. I wonder if he expects the King Shield. I guess he does. So I'm gonna Flash Cannon once again, and I'm gonna Mega Evolve and protect Swampert because I fully expect him to go after Swampert, since it is the Mega Evolution and those usually attract more attention. There is a chance he gets fully paralyzed as well. There's a Protect. Let's see, hopefully Caracosta goes after... Okay, it's fully paralyzed. Hopefully, so that it didn't matter... Oh wow, Reflect. Hopefully, so that it didn't matter, he went after Swampert. But there's the KO in Caracosta, thankfully, and there's... this is the third turn of Trick Room, so there's 2 more to burn through. So with KO the Caracosta, Carbink is out. Gonna see Whimsicott now, which is perfectly fine by me actually. He set up a Reflect. I'm not gonna King Shield or Substitute for the fear of Encore. And Carbink is not really an offensive threat. I think Whimsicott is a lot more annoying, and it could potentially have a grass type attack. So I'm gonna bring Swampert out for Virizion, burning another turn of Trick Room, which is great. Hopefully Carbink didn't target. Okay, there's a light screen, so Reflect. This is the second turn, and Light Screen is the first turn. That still does a lot of damage to Whimsicott, gets a special defense drop. Wow, it didn't even activate the Focus Sash. Dazzling Gleam. Okay. So that's the 4th turn. I really don't want Trick Room set up again. So now I'm gonna Flash Cannon Carbink. Or I could taunt Carbink. I'm gonna protect Virizion because he could double up with both fairy attacks with Dazzling Gleam and Moonblast, which we've seen. There's the Moonblast on Aegislash. Okay. Deals an okay amount of damage, I guess, with a critical hit. Flash Cannon will be 4 times effective against Carbink, but thanks to that light screen it survives, and I activate the Citrus Berry. This is the last turn of Trick Room though, so that's pretty great. Hurricane. Wow, my opponent is just doing all the weird moves here. So, another Flash Cannon. Gonna Leaf Blade the Whimsicott. Probably take a double KO. I'm even faster than the Whimsicott. So, Whimsicott is down. Carbink will go down. This is the 4th turn of Reflect, 3rd turn of Light Screen. And we are now up 3-1. Whatever my last... okay, he disconnects. Yeah, pretty easy win. I guess this is an extra battle for you guys. Yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you next week with a whole new team. Alright? Thank you and bye bye. Oh, and don't forget to like the video, guys. You're lagging a bit behind on the Spanish part, so hit that like button, please. Thank you, subscribe, watch, do whatever you want, comment. All feedback is appreciated, and yeah, see you on Monday. Bye bye.